Hello, here we have the SJCAM C110 Plus action camera, an action camera recently purchased on Amazon. This is going to be a few 1080p 60 frames per second video tests with this action camera, which actually does not have a screen, interestingly enough. So I'm going to show you how to adjust the video settings on this camera without a screen. So what you will need is you'll have to download the application. It's a free application on the App Store, whether well, in this case I have an Android phone, so here it is. Here's what it looks like on my Android phone. So you're going to click the app, connect to your camera, manual connection, and then you're going to turn on your Wi-Fi settings. So it'll show you your list of Wi-Fi networks on your tablet or your phone. Now once your camera is on, just click the Wi-Fi button once. And on your phone or your tablet, it's going to show you a list of Wi-Fi networks, which will now include the Wi-Fi network for this camera, which will be called C100 Plus, and then there'll be a bunch of numbers. So now that you've connected to that, you can enter the Wi-Fi password, which will be included on this in the manual. So you enter the password to connect to your phone camera's Wi-Fi network. Now you're going to open up the app again, and it'll say connect to camera. Now you're going to be able to see what the camera is seeing. So that's how to get to the application. There's a little bit of a delay, but let's see how it works. Okay. So now all you have to do, go into your settings. It'll show your battery life, the remaining memory on your memory card, and you'll see your video settings like resolution. You're going to go to 1080p, 60 frames per second. Image stabilization, that's gyro sensor, and all sorts of other settings. So that's how to change the settings on your camera. You can also see what your camera is seeing if you'd like to do that. And there's some settings down here for photo and video if you swipe left and right. So that's it. So that's the application, the SJCAM Zone app. And we're going to show you some sample videos after we turn off this camera. We're going to go outside and make some videos to show you some samples with 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second. So if you're okay without having a screen on your camera, if you don't necessarily need to see what you're recording all the time, if your camera's attached somewhere, well, and maybe this might be a good purchase, but I'll let you decide if you like the video quality, audio quality, etc. To let you decide if you'd like to purchase this item. And these are just some sample video tests. The SJCAM C110 Plus action camera. Some video samples will follow with 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Video test with the SJCAM C110 Plus action camera. Hello, this is a 1080p 60 frames per second video test with image stabilization with the SJCAM C110 Plus action camera. A relatively new action camera available on Amazon. I purchased it for a little over $100. This is a video test to show you the image stabilization capabilities of this action camera. You also have the option to turn off image stabilization. This is a video showing the stabilization feature enabled. This camera has very good build quality. It's heavier than I thought it would be for a camera without a screen. Again, keep in mind this camera does not have a screen. If you'd like a camera with a screen, which is of a similar size, I would recommend the SJCAM C200, which is a little bit prone to overheating in warm weather, but otherwise I think it's a great product. And the setting, my preferred setting is 1080p 60 frames per second with image stabilization on this camera. So, what can I say? I think the audio quality is very good. I think the microphone's picking up my voice quite well. However, the main drawback, as I said, is that this camera does not have a screen. So, you cannot quite see what you're filming unless you simultaneously have the app open on your smartphone or your tablet. Then you cannot see. And that app is the SJCAM Zone app, which is a free download in the App Store, whether it's for an Apple or an Android device. SJCAM C110 plus video test with image stabilization on this Sunday afternoon. So if you're looking for an action camera with good audio quality, maybe this is it. However, it does not have a screen, and I'm just saying that because you cannot see what you're filming unless you have the app open and connected to the camera's Wi-Fi, the app on your tablet or smartphone. Stabilization, optional. It is enabled here for this video. SJCAM C110 plus. SJCAM C110 plus action camera 1080p 60 frames per second resolution video test with image stabilization enabled. (1080p 60 frames per second video test with the SJCAM C110 plus image stabilization video. Hello, this is a 1080p resolution video test. 1080p 60 frames per second with the SJCAM C110 plus action camera. 1080p video test, 60 frames per second. How well can you hear me right now? How good do you think the video quality is? 1080p 60 frames per second. Just enjoying this Sunday afternoon with the brand new camera we recently purchased on Amazon called the SJCAM C110 Plus. This is a 1080p resolution 60 frames per second video test. The camera does record all the way up to 4K. I think it records up to 2K as well. But this is just a 1080p video test. Recently purchased on Amazon, this camera does not have a screen. This camera is dust-proof, has a nice design, very good build quality. At least it seems that way for now. But it does not have a screen. So if you're looking for something with the screen, a similar camera, I'm not saying you have to buy it. A similar camera would be the SJCAM C200, which has a screen, is similar size, and has good image stabilization. Just kind of tends to overheat a little bit when it's warm. But so far, so good with this camera. Again, the main drawback is that it does not have a screen. So you can't see what you're filming unless you have the SJCAM Zone app open simultaneously on your phone or tablet while connected to the camera's Wi-Fi. Then you can see what you're filming with a little bit of a delay. But otherwise, you cannot see anything that you're filming because this camera has no screen. So what can I say about this camera? I think the audio quality, from what I've seen, is very good. I think it captures the audio just very, very well. I think the video quality is acceptable, but keep in mind it's a $100 camera, so if you really want a camera without a screen, you're willing to pay $100, okay, that's fine, but just letting you know, it's It's not ideal not to have a screen. I was really curious about this device because it's it's quite heavy, which is interesting. I mean, I hope that it's heavy to support a large battery, because definitely don't want to be charging this all day. 1080p video test, 60 frames per second. If the image stabilization enabled, this is the SJCAM C110 Plus. I'm recording this video Sunday afternoon, and very happy to report that the audio quality seems to be very good. I think it has a good microphone, which is important, because some action cameras, even the more expensive ones, they just have a microphone just picks up the audio quite terribly. So refreshing to see that here. It seems to be picking up the audio quite well. 1080p video test, 60 frames per second here with the SJCAM C110 Plus. SJCAM C110 Plus. .1080p video test, 60 frames per second with the SJCAM C110 Plus action camera.